Are you willing to put in all of the time and effort it takes to be as effective as you could be?
Welcome to the podcast. Here's your host, Craig T. Owens.
Many people consider Usain Bolt to be the greatest sprinter of all time. In fact, his name is all over the record book, especially for the 100-meter sprint, where he broke the 10-second barrier. Usain Bolt said, "I trained for 4 years to run 9 seconds." That sort of puts things into perspective, doesn't it? 4 years of getting up early to work out, 4 years of being highly disciplined in his diet, 4 years of meeting with coaches, 4 years of reflecting and reviewing on his past races so that he could improve his technique and get better. What if he had bailed out after 2 years or 3 years? Would he have been as dominant in his sport? Would he have broken that record? It's doubtful. Let me show you his full quote. He says, "I trained 4 years to run 9 seconds." And people give up when they don't see results in 2 months. In the Bible, we see God training people. We see Moses for 40 years in the wilderness being trained. We see Joseph 12 years as a slave and in prison as he was being trained. We see Saul of Tarsus, who would later be known as the Apostle Paul, off the scene for 12 years as he's being trained. And yet God knew exactly what he was doing. He knew exactly how long to train these men so that Moses was ready to lead the Israelites out of Egypt, that Joseph was ready to step into the role as the prime minister, that Paul was ready to take the gospel to the whole Mediterranean world. God knew exactly how long to train them, and he knows exactly how long to train you. He's got a plan, and he's got a purpose for your life. He knows what he's doing, and he is doing it exactly in the time frame that he needs to do it. So don't bail out on the process. Stick with it. The Apostle Paul, at the end of his lifelong race, said this, "I have fought the good fight. I have finished the race. I have kept the faith. Now there is in store for me the crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge, will award to me on that day." Your race might be 9 seconds. Your race might be 40 years. We don't know, but God does. And he knows exactly how long to train you. He knows what training regiment you need. He knows what discipline that you need to apply to your life. He knows where the sacrifices need to be made. He knows how to strengthen you. He knows what he's doing. Trust his process. Don't bail out early. Because then you can say, like the Apostle Paul, at the end of your race, "I ran the race after God had trained me, and I finished the race, and now I get to enjoy the reward." Stick with it, my friend. God knows what he's doing, and he's got a great race for you to run.
Contact Craig and keep up with his blog posts, books, and other videos at craigtowens.com.